Hey, what's up guys? Andrew with Bear Detailing here. Just want to share with you some of the products I use for the interior of your car to get it squeaky clean. I've been in business now for the last year and I'm really excited to be doing this. I've developed a lot of research when it comes to what products to use, what works best for me, what hasn't really worked that well for me. And I've definitely come to find that my favorite are the P&S products. And they're pretty hard to find. There's only a few dealers here where I live in Oregon, and luckily one's pretty nearby, and I get a really good deal on it. And they're super cool with detailers. They really support the hobbyists and just the professionals out here doing any sort of interior detailing. So the first product at the forefront here is the Express Interior Cleaner. Definitely buy this one in bulk. This one's going to cover pretty much everything in the interior except for maybe the screens, the LED screens that you might see in the interiors. It's kind of just an all-purpose cleaner. They call this an APC in the detailing world. And definitely P&S, one of my favorite products, and just have a great product line. Everything you can ever need for professional quality detailing. And that's pretty much what it's for. It says for the professional right there. So. I definitely use that on the carpets, on the interior, the seats, even if they're leather, that definitely covers it and it cleans everything. Also, if there's just a little bit too much on the carpets, we break it down with the also P&S degreaser here. Really good high quality stuff, and breaks down any caked on stains or anything like that that you might find in your interior. And in a more concentrated form, you can use this on the exterior too, like on the tires, and in some cases the rim of the car too. So once all that's been done, we definitely beforehand vacuum everything up. I like to use this vacuum attachment right here. It helps me get in between the seats and just into those hard to reach places. And then we also follow that up, or maybe even do it at the same time. We have this pet brush here, and this is basically going to loosen up any sort of fiber or hair or anything caked into the carpeting. This helps loosen it up, and then we follow it up with the vacuum, and it just releases everything out. Super good, makes the car look brand new. Definitely kind of decontaminizes the car, so really good. Definitely, if you're considering getting a detail, I would suggest at least once every 6 months for a couple different reasons. One is you're going to decontaminate the car. It's really clean at the end, and it smells great. It doesn't. These products don't really smell very chemically. They actually smell really pleasant and not very intrusive on the sense of scent at all. But we're also, on top of just cleaning it, wiping out everything in there that is not good for the car, that's going to potentially harm the car and do damage in the long term. We're also going to dress and protect the car from the harmful elements of the sun and just the earth. So any sort of UV sun rays or just anything that is going to come from the harsh elements of the summer or springtime. It's springtime here in Oregon. It's definitely going to protect that. So what we do for that is we use this product right here. It's called Shake Up, and it's a rubber, vinyl, and leather dressing, again by P&S. And this product right here is what I would use on the dashboards, any sort of vinyl, all the panels. You could even use this on leather seats, but I actually have another product from P&S that I really enjoy using, and that product is the leather treatment and conditioner. So this is just like for your really nice cars, and just for somebody that wants to preserve their leather for the long term. Maybe it's really dry, maybe it's kind of cracked, and it just needs basically like to be moist again and to be reconditioned. That's exactly what this leather conditioner is for. It just gives it new life. It's like skin. So once you've treated it and protected it, you also need to hydrate it as well. So this is kind of what happens here, and it takes a very little bit, goes a long way, and it takes probably about 2-3 hours to cure and just incorporate into the leather and kind of become one with it. And this is a super awesome product I use. So these are generally the main products I use for the interior, but we also have you know, some of the nitty-gritty tools as well that I can go over with you guys. And so this is my carpet brush right here. I would use this to just scrub any sort of stains, dropped soda pop, whatever it may be. And they come in all sorts of different shapes and sizes. So this one we would also use for those finer spots that you just cannot get into with the bigger carpet brush. And even the smaller ones have the small tiny little heads and stuff like that, just to really detail. I mean, when it comes to detailing, as I discovered over the years, there's a lot of detail in detailing. So it just takes a lot to get to certain spots and to cover every area in the way that a detailer should, you know, to really release everything and kind of make the car new again. This is probably one of the more common brushes right here. This is the upholstery and dash brush right here. So you definitely use this one to get into all your bigger surfaces, dashboard, your panels. A lot of people use this one for seats as well. And sometimes people even use this for carpet, but I would suggest that if you're going to use a brush like this for carpet, just have a separate one, or you can just have two of the same ones. A lot of people like the handle, and so this is a great one for carpet as well. I mean, it just gets in there with your APC and with your degreaser. It really just breaks all that stuff down so you can pull it up and loosen it up with a microfiber towel and follow it up with a vacuum just to kind of get it as dry as possible. So really cool tools. And then you have your longer brush like this. This is going to get into like the center consoles and just those areas that are a little bit stiffer to get into, maybe the side of the door where you would like put your any sort of change or anything like that. This is going to help you get into those really tight angles. And I like to use some softer brushes for the vents, and I also follow these up with the vacuum as well. So what I will do is, like, I will brush inside the vents and then vacuum it up, just so that you're not really trapping the dirt around, because if you don't follow it up with the vacuum, you're basically just brushing the dirt off. Like, yes, it's coming off, but it's gonna, as soon as you turn the air on, it's just gonna come right back through. So this is really handy for that. So this kind of just, it loosens it up and it breaks up that dust, and then it goes away into the vacuum cleaner. So definitely a great brush, and they come in many other different forms. Like, here's another small brush that I use as well for the vents and stuff like that. So definitely it has been a passion of mine for the last year or two, and I just want to share with you guys the benefit of getting your car detailed. So this video is based on just the interior. I'm going to go over all the different parts of the car that we're going to touch base on. So this next video is going to be based on the wheels and wheel wells, and we'll go over that in the next one. Thanks guys. Andy with Bear Detailing.